Good morning out there from in here, and you're in there, and we're out here, and here's Vivi's nose, and here's not Vivi. uh. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a good. So, oh boy, we had the last workshop of this round, then we start up again in July. Oh my goodness. I don't want false humility, but we had a reading at the end, and I just wanted to hang it up. Oh my gosh, those 12 people are just remarkable. 12 years or so, or maybe more, we've been meeting. No competition, respect for everything, and the poems are spectacular, but I wish I could read them all to you. I do. Ah, planting season. And you know what that means. Chipmunks. Yeah, chipmunks. Oh, let's put some impatiens over there, and then in the morning we can replant them. It just keeps you busy. That's a good thing. I read this wonderful article, and I recommend this idea to help us all. Instead of, there's good things like write down 5 things that were sweet and nice during the day. And this one was to keep like a little journal, just things you look forward to. Just keeps you going that way, but small. I look forward to a hot shower. I look forward to strawberry season. Yeah. That's good. I look forward to the farmer's market opening. And that's just, all those things are, I guess some people would call them hokey, but I don't know. They kind of put your feet in the ground, don't they? It's so easy to get lost in the anything but Supreme Court. I use lower letters now. I don't use caps on for them. I think it's a consequence of Americans losing, well, this is political, but losing sight of the consequences. It's just an outbreak of morality. And you got to get past that because, when they knocked on the door, the person who answered the door didn't say, oh yeah, Anne Frank, she's in the back. No, they didn't do that. They transcend morality to care about one another. We don't do that anymore. No. We talk about issues. It's an issue. Let's have some people over so we can talk about the issues. Not the people. No, not all the people who are going to suffer. No, the Constitution and the law and the morals and the ethics. Oh, all these people have such morals. Did I say anything about planting? Because I think that's important. Get your feet, your hands in the ground. Yeah, small things. I got a wonderful note from Mitch Foster. Let me read this. I'm on this sentiment. Well, welcome to the Sentimentalist. I forgot to say that. And he did me the favor of looking up the etymology, not the dictionary definition, not everybody's pejorative use of sentimental, but the actual etymology. And it comes from the following: sentiment, personal experience, one's own feeling, affection, not sappiness, affection. Wouldn't we like to have that? Judge Alito, affection. Affection, intention, inclination. Sentiment, personal experience, one's own feeling. Affirming it. That's what we do. We feel. We're human beings. Affection, Opinion, intention, inclination. Thank you, Mitch. I can't tell you. Mitch says some more things we can't say in the air because he cares about sentimentality as a real and true and honest human experience. Meredith did a whole series of women's bodies in response to the small s, small c Supreme Court, or maybe as I put it, the anything but Supreme Court. I was with 3 guys my age for lunch this week. We all made it to lunch. And we were talking about growing up and how all of us thought the Supreme Court with the capital S and the capital C were just, you know, rocks of Gibraltar and honorable and above party line. I mean, it was wrong to be a party line. You thought of the people and the law. And the consequence, not the law, the people, but the consequences of the law on the people. Big difference. Big difference. So Meredith Daughter did this whole series of women's bodies. And it's not realism and it's not realism. It's very moving, and she has a show of them at the gallery, the LaFonce Gallery. That's in Grand Rapids, for those of you in Tennessee. Julie's got a new spinning wheel. Why can't I get Julie to turn the camera to? It's from 1850, this spinning wheel. It's wood, it's huge. It's big, it's like this big. And it's from 1850 Canada, and believe it or not, it was part of the women's movement. Very integral part. Why? A spinning wheel, domestic? Because women were making things and entering the financial world by selling. Looms and spinning wheels. Isn't that wonderful? Were revolutionary and liberating for women. And it caused a, on the air we'll say, hullabaloo. But I'm just very moved by that. And she's sitting at the wheel right now. Maybe you can hear a little click in the background of her on the wheel. And she sits on her father's chair while she does it. I mean, that's what to do now. Make it matter, not in the big sense, but matter in the important sense. The Supreme Court is no longer important except for hurting people. David James gave a wonderful reading the other night at Krista Ryder's studio. Oh my gosh, her art. Go to Krista Ryder's studio in Douglas and see this stunning art that she does with paper. And David James gave a beautiful reading. He was so charismatic without being pretentious or look at me, look at me. He just made us all feel hunkered down and part of the reading. It was gorgeous. It was beautiful. It was terrific. It was animated. It was alive. Mobius Tripp is the name of his new book. And all the poems are 10 syllables across and 10 lines down. It's amazing to do that. I tried one, 10 syllables, 8, 3, 5. David was also overlooked at Hope College, which is not an unusual thing for Hope College to do, to overlook people. It's part of their, I think it's written somewhere, overlook students, people, you know, they get the reputation for being, we care about. No, So David has taught there for 38 years. They say 37. And they're having retirement. They have big retirement celebration for people who, what else, retire. And they had photographs of them in the magazine from the college, and I looked at it, and there was no David. Well, here for 37 years, he was in the English department. However, he was never tenured, and he taught every single semester, and he taught May terms all the way through. He was in plays, published more books than anybody in the department, probably in total. Yeah. Taught freshman seminar, senior seminar, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, an amazing teacher, loved by students, waiting lists from here to Zeeland, while others had 8 in their class. And they said, and then his last year, he spent most of the time in the Student Skills Center, and he kept more students from flunking out by teaching them how to write these papers that they'll never write the rest of their lives. And they said because he spent that one last year more in the Student Skills Center than in the classroom, he was not a member of the faculty. 2 librarians who never taught courses remember, well, maybe they taught a course or 2. They were members of the faculty. David was not. So he was not honored at retirement. And David, I'm sorry to say this if you're watching, but he was devastated. And I mean devastated. So I sent mean letters to the administration. What if I got to lose 78 years old? Were they going to come shoot me? I had a life. You're going to take away my poems? I don't think so. What would they do with them? Keep them out of the archives so they're never going to be seen again anyway? Oh my. Chipmunks. Did I talk about chipmunks? We got to do something about chipmunks. Get out there and plant. Let me see what else. Welcome to the, yeah. I mean, they're Julie spinning. That's just the happy thing, you know. So make your list. Here's what I look forward to today. Yeah. I'm going to go get bird seed. I'm going to fill the holes the chipmunks made. And walk Vivi. And I'm going to try to get the earworm of Don't Worry, Be Happy. Remember that Bobby McFerrin song? I couldn't get it out of my head last night. Everybody who came on for landscape, my workshop, their workshop, I would say like, here come Ruth. She just left her shum and booth. Don't worry, be happy. So, don't worry, be happy. Here we are on the sentimental list. You're the people deserve to be kissed. Don't worry, be happy. Here's our poem for today. It's called The Barn We Played In. The Barn We Played In. Perb, P-E-R-B. Perb was the bull's name. No one could remember why. We wrote him 4 best friends spread across his soft and sloped and somehow tamed back. Imagine a sweet-hearted bull with a rusting nose ring. That was Perb. That was the whole family. 7 in a 3-story 1800s red brick farmhouse with a widow's walk and a wraparound porch that sat every friend and family member for Grandpa Ginger's birthday. No one moved away. There are hay bales, maybe 20 now, twine-tied blocks, all but bricks, after lying where they were left when the farm was sold, and the barn began to sag dead center. The shingles staying put as the beams began their irresistibly slow decay. Past what was once a field of family-to-feed corn, out from the woods on the field's jagged edge, On unexpected mornings, the intermittent hammering of an always hidden pileated woodpecker sent its staccato across the pasture, where Purr and his herd of milk cows did their slow walk and sway-jawed and cud-chew. Here it was always peace and kindness, no matter the price of wheat or the herd's health. Here I learned what it was like to play. Me from town, always gripping in heartache that this was the way it could be. In the barn, we were rural Frank Gearys, building an original hidden home of straw, where I could find safety after crawling through a straw-surrounded tunnel, up, down, then up again, then along the single breath-held straightway to being for friends, knowing no one could know we were there. Be kind, try to be cheerful, be happy, take care. Thanks for being with me.